Greetings, fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers. It's time for another battle report. I am Peter, also known as Universal Head. Behind that camera is Andy. Whoop whoop. The man who goes whoop whoop.
I'm just full of excitement.
Hopefully he will actually say some other things except whoop during the game. Today we're going to play Deadzone 3rd edition. This is the new edition of Deadzone by Mantic Games. Mantic Games very generously sent me this set and I have painted up the miniatures and we're about to play a game of it. Here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Now we've got the GPC. I always forget the acronym for these dudes. What are they? The GPCS or the
You have to say it differently every time.
Oh no,
GCPS I'm saying.
It's the GCPS, the Galactic Co-Prosperity Sphere. They're the sort of troops, the Marines from there. And Andy this time is going to be playing the good guys, just for a change.
But I'm going to play them badly.
And I'm going to play the sneaky Veer-Myn, or Veer-Myn, whichever you prefer. They are the disgusting rat dudes with ray guns and things. Aren't they great?
These are awesome. These are just like Space Skaven, essentially, aren't they?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, we don't use
Not that we
proprietary terms.
No, we don't use proprietary terms here. Now, I've just painted these. You might notice as we go through the game and you look at them, I've painted them pretty quickly, just with contrast paints. I haven't done a highlight light pass on them, and yet they still look really good. One day when I have more time, I'll go back and do highlights, but for the moment, bit of contrast paint, I got them done really, really quickly, and they still look good. Now for the board itself, this is the paper mat that comes with the starter set. You can see underneath it I've got one of the mouse mat mats that came in an earlier set, and you can also buy those online, mouse mat versions of these mats, but I thought I'd use the one from the starter set because it looks great. All of these buildings are part of the modular Mantic sci-fi building sets. These aren't the ones that come with the starter set, because the starter set has a collection of terrain, and you can see it in my unboxing and overview video of Deadzone 3rd edition. But because I haven't painted them yet, I'm using my painted terrain from an earlier Deadzone set, and you can go back and see my old video on how I painted all this terrain if you're interested. So that's all the stuff to front load, but now we're going to play Deadzone 3rd edition. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stick around and enjoy. The first thing we do is choose a scenario. Now there's 16 in the core book, so there's a huge amount to choose from. There's a random table. We have rolled up Chem Chase. No, we haven't. We've rolled up Area Denial. I looked at the wrong one. It's Scenario 12, Area Denial. And we've moved the scenario... we've moved the... what do you call it? Scenery.
Board. Terrain.
Move the scenery. It's early in the morning. I haven't woken up yet. It's unusual to play a game in sort of the morning. It's mid-morning, isn't it?
Yeah, my instinct's still to drink.
Yeah, it really is.
Because we're gaming, not because it's morning.
We've got to wait for the sun to go over the yard arm before we start cracking out the beers. But we've changed the scenery around a little bit. So in this scenario, air support has cleared a key objective, deploying a chemical biological agent with a short half-life to open an opportunity for your strike team to get in, ransack the site for anything valuable and get out. Unfortunately, the Op 4 has the same idea. When the smoke clears, only one of you is walking away happy. So what happens in this scenario is that the central force bases here have a chem cloud, which causes 2 damage if you walk into it. So a bit dangerous in the middle. That will dissipate at the end of round 2. We've got 4 victory point 1 objectives around the outside, as you can see. And then, whoops, there should be 2. We've got 2 point objectives within the chem cloud. The first thing you do when you start the game is that you go back here and you roll a recon test. So we need a 5 dice recon test. We've both got a recon value of 5, our leaders do. So on a 5 plus we get a success. Andy, you can roll after me. Have you got enough dice? No?
We will.
Just wait for me. And I've got, oh look at that, 4 successes.
4 successes.
Did I just roll 4 dice? I did, didn't I?
You rolled.
I was supposed to roll 5 dice. So there we go.
Another success.
5 successes.
So can I just point out that Peter chose this system, I suspect, because rolling high is a bonus?
At last, we are finally playing a game where rolling high is the thing to do. I'm hoping that'll give me the edge.
Yep. Can Peter finally beat me On camera.
If you haven't watched our earlier battle reports, Andy is notorious for rolling low numbers, and we've been playing games that succeed on a low number, but not this one. So I win the recon test, which means I not only get to check the recon table for a little advantage, but I can choose who the starting player is, and the starting player deploys first and will start with the first turn. So I'm going to let you do that, so I can see what you're going to do. So you'll deploy first.
Yep.
And there's Andy thinking about his deployment.
I'm thinking so hard right now.
Now we should point out this is the first time Andy has played Deadzone, and I've played Deadzone before, but this is the first time I've played with the new edition. So we'll probably make mistakes, but I'll give you a rough idea of the rules as we go through. The great thing about Deadzone is that the rules are very straightforward and easy to pick up. This is a fast-playing game. Also, the games don't last too long, which is great. So there's really a lot of good things about the speed and ease of play in this game. So Andy's going to divide his force into 2 by model count, and then he's going to choose either that side of the play area or this side, and then he'll have to deploy in the 2 corners of whichever side he picks. I'm hoping he's going to pick that side, because then we won't have to swap sides of the
This
table.
happens every time. It's like choosing table sides is just a formality.
I know, because you always end up on that side and I always end up on that side.
Yeah, he always tries to stack the odds in his favour.
That's probably so I can let my friend look at the view, you see? Because I see it all the time, so he gets to
I get to look, and I
look at
think
the garden.
someone needs to rake up those leaves and mow that lawn and
That's
do
true.
some weeding.
Andy is an excellent gardener and works on my garden for me, which I'm extremely grateful for.
Yep, and that money gets turned into miniature hobbies. It's this nice circular
It is the circle
mutual
of life.
scratching of backs.
It really is. What goes around comes around.
So-
Always comes around to gaming. The other thing we've done is randomly place item tokens. You get 8 of those on the board, and you just roll 2 8-sided dice and use that as a grid reference for placing them. They can't be placed in deployment zones, but we've got them all out. And you can pick those up, and they can give you various special things. I made a recon roll because on the recon table because I won the recon roll, and that gave me a special effect. It allowed me to choose an item token and discard it, so I got rid of one of the ones over close to where Andy is deploying. So, have you deployed all your guys?
I've deployed all my regular guys, but I've got 6 troops that have jetpacks, and so I get to deploy them on rooftops and stuff after you've done all of your models.
Okay, well you can choose that because I've deployed my guys. There's half my force in this corner.
Yep.
And the other half in this corner.
Okay.
And so Andy is deploying.
So I'm deploying my living legend character, Therese Washington. There, she's jetpacked down. I've got a bunch of other troops, one of whom has a jetpack and a flamethrower, so he'll go with her. Keep the living legend safe. I've got these 4 dudes here. I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to put my guys all up here.
Ooh.
So I'm putting all 4 in there so that
Just
no
on
other
the-
models can move in.
Just on the edge of the chem cloud.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's
Interesting.
how I like to live my life.
On
On
the
the
edge.
edge of the chem cloud.
We are set up and ready to go, but before we start, let me give you a few basics of the rules of Deadzone. Now, if you haven't played Deadzone before, you'll be surprised there's a couple of things that are a little bit different to normal skirmish games, and they're really good. And one of them is the concept of cubes. So on the board, every one of these spaces obviously is a cube, but it also works vertically as well. So the bottom cube space is one level, the next level is a second cube space. So everything in the game is done by cubes. You actually move, not with tape measures and things like that, but a number of cubes, orthogonally or diagonally. If you move diagonally, you've got to have an orthogonal path to that diagonal cube. So you just move by the number of cubes. You can position yourself anywhere within the cube when you get to that cube, which is great, so you don't have to be in a particular spot. You are limited to size 4 worth of models on your side in each cube. So you can have a total of 8 size worth of models in a cube. And all of these models are size 1 except for my large ratty guys who are size 2. The other thing is everything is done with dice tests, and when you add or subtract modifiers, they modify the number of dice, not the numbers you need to hit. So you remember the same number to hit or whatever, or assault, all the time, and you just adjust the number of dice depending on a few modifiers. So that's nice and easy. The other big thing is that if you roll an 8, it explodes. So every time you roll an 8, you get to roll another dice. I love exploding dice in games, and it's a lot of fun in Deadzone. The other thing to remember in Deadzone is that we have alternating activations. So you play with a model, and then your opponent gets to activate their model, and then you activate your model, back and forth, which is great, very dynamic. When you activate a model, you get 2 short actions or 1 long action. So the actions you can do are divided into short and long actions. It makes it very easy. You can advance, sprint, shoot, assault, do a special action, or stand up. There's a limited number of them. We have a bunch of special abilities as well. Let's get started. Deadzone. The first thing you do every turn is roll some special command dice. You get to roll 3. And then you can add dice if you have a leader with a tactician skill. So we're both going to have 4 dice. Now these dice are great. You roll them at the start of each turn, and they give you special things you can do during your turn. So you get a reroll as well, unless your strike force is down to half of its normal size. So these things allow you during the game, there's a list of them here. You can do an extra activation after you've done an activation. You can add a dice to a certain number of tests. You can do an extra advance, shoot, or assault action, or you can do a special order. So they really make the play kind of interesting and add these special command order options during the game. So, Andy, roll your command dice.
That's some things.
Okay, so this is what I've got. You can see in my case here I have 2 special orders. And the only special order I have during the game, actually I don't even think I have any dudes with special orders. The ratty guys. So I might do a reroll on those. This one will give me an extra assault during the game, which might be handy. This one will let me reroll a dice. That will allow me to add a dice to a range, fight, or survive test. So I'm going to reroll these 2. There we go. That one lets me do an extra activation. That one allows me to add a dice. Now, of course, you can use any one of these dice to reroll 1 dice in an assault, ranged, or survive test. So they also act as wild dice as well. So that's what I'm going to have during my turn. What have you got?
I've got an arrow with a number 1.
Yeah, that's an extra activation.
Yep, I've got what looks like a person with a number 1.
The arrow one is an extra advance. That one with the person is the extra activation. So that's an extra advance, an extra activation, and 2 extra shoot.
Great.
That's pretty good for you.
They sound really helpful because I think I'm definitely the shooty of the 2 factions.
Yep.
And I'm quite excited to see what I shoot.
So what are you going to do for your first activation?
My first activation, I'm going to get this guy. He's armed with a grenade launcher. He's got a range of 5, which of course is measured in squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh dear.
So he's going to take a direct line of sight shot. I'm targeting the whole square and hitting anyone unlucky enough to be in this square.
Okay, well that's an indirect frag weapon, but in this case you're actually targeting someone. So you get to roll 3 dice and you only need 1 success.
Great.
And what's your chance to hit with a grenade launcher?
It is a 5. Yep.
Please
So-
miss.
Come
Please
on,
miss.
roll high.
Oh, 2.
2.
Alright, so you only need 1 success, so you've hit. You don't
Alright.
do the number of successes, you've just hit.
I just liked it. It sounded twice as good.
What an excellent start. A grenade launcher right in the middle of my dudes. Youch. So his indirect shot hit. So it didn't scatter, it hit in the target cube, that's fine. His grenade launcher has frag 3, so that means you roll 3 dice. 3 dice, 4 plus test. So you do 3 dice and I do a 3 dice survive test. And I think I have to do it for every dude in the space because it's a target cube. You get 2 successes, and I do a 3 dice survive test, and my survive value for these guys, it'll depend. So
there's a big guy, and is
big
it
guy.
2 little guys in there?
Yep,
or is it 1?
there's 2.
Yeah.
So this nightmare has a survive of 4. He gets 2 successes, so you don't do any damage to him because you did 2 successes and he got 2 successes. So there's the difference between them is the hit points that you do.
Yeah, the difference in our success rate's the number of wounds.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And then I've got 2 guys with ray guns, so they're crawlers and their survivors 5. So the first one gets 1 hit, and the next one gets 2 successes, so he doesn't get hit. So one of them gets hit, and he is dead. Oh no, they've got health 2. Sorry, I should tell a lie. So he's got 1 wound on him.
Pretty simple system so far, right?
Okay. Now, I suppose
Alright.
you're going to play one of your command dice and immediately do another shoot, aren't you?
You know me so well. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Right. So basically, the Veer-Myn are just... there's this huge barrage of grenades just go... I'm going to move out of that
They're
square.
all like...
Quick snap.
They're
After this.
screeching. They don't know what's going on. I imagine they're slightly comical as well. Like, they're a pretty scary looking force, but...
Yeah.
I'm routing these guys if I can early.
Alright.
So I'm going to spend one of my command dice for another shoot.
Yes. Just spend it.
Spend it. So that goes away back into the pool. And
You can only spend one of those per activation. So
Only
you,
one,
you
yeah.
can't do a whole sequence of them, which is very good.
Cool. And
So
now
you're going to do
your...
your indirect test to see if you hit. So it's a 3 dice range test. You
Yes.
need 1 success. You've done it again.
Yep.
Okay, now we do the same damage test.
So I'm rolling for the damage. 3 dice to see what my damages
Correct.
are. That's 2 successes.
2 successes.
So you've got to roll 2 out of 3.
Yep, my big guy here has got survive for 5, so he gets 2 successes. He's still good.
He's tough.
He's tough. This guy here's got 1 wound left. Will he make it? No, he doesn't. He is dead. You've killed. That's first blood.
First blood.
And then my other crawler needs 5+. He misses all of them. So
Oh,
you get
so
2
it's-
successes. So you killed him as well. 2 guys dead. This is fast playing stuff, kids. It doesn't muck around. It's fast and bloody and fun. He's just wiped out 2 of my rats with grenade launchers. Okay, I've got a nightmare here. He's got speed of 1 or 2. Oh, I was looking at my pack leader there. He's pretty slow, isn't he? So I think I'm just going to move. He's going to do a sprint, which is a long action. So he'll move 2 and just move there. So he's going to get fired at you guys, but he's behind cover. And he's going to take that item with him when he goes.
Oh, yeah.
And that item it's a shock baton. So I can use that in an assault action, which is handy.
It's pretty cool. Like, not many games have, like, collectible or pick-upable items.
Yeah,
eh?
it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And some of them are intel, which can give you victory points. Now, I should point out, victory point-wise, we're going to round 5, and we need, I think, for the size of this game, we need 16 victory points to win.
That's a lot.
Yeah, or, of course, wipe out the other player. So, I mark him with an activated token, because he's done his turn. It's now your go. So it goes fast, back and forth.
Yep. Okay, so for my turn, I'm just going to get this guy here. He can move 2. Oh no, he can only move 1 space because their movements is 1 to 2. 2 as if it's a sprint action.
Yes,
isn't
they
it?
have 2 movement values. The first movement value is if they just do a short advance action, and the second is a sprint, which is a long action.
Alright, so I want this guy. He's got a laser carbine. He's going to do a sprint. He's going to go 1, 2 up to here.
I'm sorry, that's your flamethrower, that guy.
Is he a flamethrower guy?
Yeah.
In that case, he'll sprint anyway.
Okay. And he's moved his flamethrower guy 1 space diagonally up onto the roof there and grabbed that AP ammo item. What am I going to do with all these guys? I want to get them into close combat because they're rats and they're better with assault. Especially this guy. Look at him. Very nasty. Okay, I'm going to activate my Malignus here, and he can move 2 at an advance action. They're quite nasty. He'll go 1, 2. Now, the great thing about the movement, of course, is that you can move into the cube, and then you can position yourself anywhere within the cube, which is really nice, because you still have normal line of sight between models. So he's hiding behind these probably incredibly explosive barrels here. He's going to pick up this item as he goes through the space. This is handy because it's a 1-use medipack, so very handy indeed. And then he's going to fire his chem thrower at your guys on the roof, who are nicely exposed. It's got a range of 2 cubes, which hits you there, and it's going to burn everybody. Its special ability is called It Burns.
I'm not liking the sound of this.
It's a 3 dice range test. I've got a clear shot. You're all completely clear there. So I get +2 dice, and that's about it. So I get 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many
5.
successes are you looking for?
It's a X test, which means it's opposed. So you will be rolling a 3 dice survive test for each of your guys. 1, 2, Only
So
two
you're doing
successes.
2 damage, so I'm rolling...
Yeah, well, yes, 2 successes. Yep.
Alright.
So pick a dude and roll your dice.
Alright.
What's your survive?
Whoa, that's an excellent question. These are my rangers. Their
Rangers.
survivors are 5+.
Yep.
And they've got 1 armor.
So let's say this guy.
Yep. So,
that's 1
2.
save. Yep, so I did 1 damage,
okay.
but you got 1 armor, so that cancels that 1 damage.
Aha, gotcha. So that's what armor does. Next guy, 3 dice.
2
3.
successes, he's fine.
That was 3 successes.
3 successes,
even.
I should say.
Come on. 2 successes.
He's fine. No
successes, 1 damage.
How much damage did they take each one?
Well, he's got 1 armor,
What's his
and they've
health?
got 2 health.
Right, so he's got 1 damage on him.
Whoa.
Not quite as devastating as I was hoping for.
That could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
My dice are learning to go high.
Got to remember your command dice, of course, and I should have added them to it at that point. But anyway, that's still not too bad. He is activated, and I've just done a wound. Oh, by the way, it burns, so you may be on fire.
Oh, that guy will have a fire token?
Yeah. He gets a fire token, so this is my little blinged up fire token.
It burns!
Burns! And that means that when you're activated, its first action is going to be a free special action to try and put out the fire.
Alright, that really limits my choices. So, allow me to retort. I'm just going to shoot back
I thought you might.
with one of them.
Alright.
So I'll just say that this front guy is shooting right back at you.
Okay, he's got pretty much a... Well, no, actually, I've got a bit of cover there. Can you see?
Yep, you're cowering behind explosive boxes.
I am, that's good. Okay.
So you get a bonus for that. I get a bonus for being
Well, actually,
on
I don't get a bonus for this. This is another good thing about this game, is that you actually get a bonus if it's a clear shot. If you can see the whole figure, you get a bonus. But if you're just in cover, it's kind of normal.
Yeah, cover is assumed in this game, isn't it?
Cover is assumed. But you are on high ground, so you get +1 dice for your shooting.
Great. And I'm shooting with my laser carbine, which has a range of 6. Ranged is target number of 5+, 2 5s.
2 5s. Okay. So I'm defending against that with a survive test, and my survive is 5+. 2 successes. Sorry.
Alright.
Dives out of the way from the laser carbine.
Not happy with that, so I put 1 activation token.
He hasn't got any armor, so that's it.
Cool.
Right.
I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the next guy, so I take away one of my command dice and I roll my 4 d8s.
This is...
Looking for 5 ups. That is 4 successes.
What?
Yes.
You're supposed to be rolling low.
I've been saving all my high lowing just for this game.
Well, so much for the always rolls low theory. That's the end of that. That is only 1 success because I've got health 2 and I haven't got any armor, so you've killed him.
That's what he gets for being pugnacious and trying to take on the humans.
Yep, he drops his health pack there. And,
And he is
gee, I've
gone.
got 3 guys dead here. I mean, this is not good.
You guys are the rats. You're not supposed to get out of this
Yeah.
unscathed.
I think I've got to get in there and start.
I'm quite enjoying being the protagonist for a change. I get to kill the enemies. I get to feel righteous. Right, your turn, Peter.
Right, it's time for some killing. This is ridiculous. The Veer-Myn are not a stand back and fire type of army. It's ridiculous. So my guy with the 2 industrial combat drills is going to get in here. Thank you.
I'm all in favour of you getting your industrial drills in there.
Yep, no, you're absolutely right. So that would be a sprint to there, and then
A
1 to
bonus
get
action.
there, and there is a safe orthogonal route to do it, so I can do that. Now, when moving into a space with other people, I'm allowed to get in here, but you have to move your figures to accommodate me. Now look at that. How would you feel with that in the midst of you? Now, because I advanced into that that square, that cube, I get a free assault action.
Everyone, welcome to Peter's drill fantasy. This is not a drill.
This is not a drill. Thank you very much. Excellent.
Oh no! I had a feeling I was putting them too close. I forgot about the free attack.
They have armor piercing of 1, so your armor is useless, which is great. And they've also got frenzy, so I can re-roll 1 dice when making fight tests. So here we go.
So how many dice are you hitting me with, Peter?
It's only 3 dice. It's just a normal attack, unfortunately, but I do get frenzy. I need a 4+, and I can reroll 1 dice. I'm a larger size, so I get another dice.
You are totally thinking like
This
a
is
villain
good.
already.
And no, there's no advantage for having extra dudes in there, because I'm just attacking one guy.
Well.
Yeah. And
Okay.
He's about to get a drill through his chest. And armour is no good, it just goes...
Total recall moment.
It's like Ash with his chainsaw. It's full on. So I can reroll. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, just to make this absolutely sure, is I'm going to add 2 of these command dice symbols. I can add these, so I can spend these to add 2 dice.
Whoa.
You can add
Peter is going to pulp this one guy.
3, that's 7 dice, and I can reroll 1. Here we go.
Peter's moment to shine.
It's going to be great.
Oh, he's happy.
4+,
Come
reroll
on.
1. Okay, I'll reroll that 1.
Okay, you got what?
2,
2 hits?
3. It's not very good, is it? Only 3.
You needed
hits.
those extra dice.
What is it with my dice rolling?
Okay, so now my
3.
guy needs to
So-
take his survive roll.
No, you can fight back or you can survive. You've got a choice.
Ooh, I'm going to survive because I'm a survivor.
And you don't get any modifiers. So
So it's just 3 dice,
Yep.
looking for 5 pluses.
Yep.
And I need 1 success.
Is your fight 5+? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think surviving's more annoying. 1 success, 2 fails.
Okay, that means I do 2 damage to you and you've got no armour.
You pulp me.
There's no armour.
So that was the guy that already activated, but you were going with
sorry, I
an
was going for the fresh
unactivated.
one, wasn't I?
So one of the 2 on the corner. What is that handy sheet you're reading off, Peter?
That is my rule summary and reference. Yes, I've done a rule summary and reference for this game. Here's the rule summary.
Not for the first time either, right?
Not for the first time, for the 400th time. Oh no, Deadzone. I've done 3 different versions of Deadzone.
That's
And
commitment.
I've done a rule summary for every version. Luckily, it's getting simpler. But yeah, if you play this game, go to orderofgamers.com and download my rule summary and reference. You'll find it really useful. I'm going to use my last command dice to do another assault.
Ooh.
So, I didn't move into the cube this action, so I don't get an extra 1 for that. However, I am still large. 4 dice with a 4+, and I can reroll. That is better. That is better. 4 hits.
4 hits is a lot of
I'm
hits.
going for this guy. Are you going to fight or survive?
You're going with another unactivated guy?
Yes.
Fight
Fight or survive.
At this point, I'm wondering if I should just try and fight you. I've just seen the drills rip through a comrade in arms.
Yes,
He no longer has arms.
John!
No, John! So I'm rolling. I'm looking for 5s. 5, 5, 3. 2 successes.
I still get 2 and you've got no armour, so he's dead too. Wow. Those drills are nasty. So basically I jumped up and went and took 2 out.
Can't get enough of doing that action, can you?
I love that model. That's my favourite model. So when you're making up your Deadzone models, make sure you make up a nightmare with 2 chem drills. Look at it.
And don't forget to call him Peter.
What are they called? Combat drills, I should say.
Excellent.
All right.
I have no idea how I'm going to respond.
Oh, I have to take back a little bit of that fun because I've just checked. And yes, I can play as many command dice as I want in a turn, but a model may only have 1 of either the advanced shoot or assault results spent on it. So because I'd already done an extra advance, I don't get that extra assault. So his guy magically comes back from death. Anyway, I killed 1.
You get a dice back.
And I've still got my assault dice back. So it is your activation. Well, Andy is contemplating fighting back.
Furiously.
Seems an incredibly foolish thing to do, I reckon, but give it a go.
Yeah.
By the way, I've got frenzy. I'm in a killing frenzy, and so I get to re-roll one of my fight dice all the time, even if I'm fighting back.
This is maybe not so good. Okay, change of plans.
Oh, come on, do it!
Oh no, you just... Oh.
Come on, I'm only a giant rat with twin combat drills.
No, I want to try something else. I'm going to get my living legend, Therese Washington. She's going to shoot into the melee, which is -2
Yeah, friendly fire.
for having friendly fire.
Yep.
Oh, this is great. Okay, I am going to fight. I am going to fight. I am going to fight. Okay,
Excellent.
this plucky guy is like, ah, Bob! So he's got 4 dice.
Sorry, was that Bob?
Bob got pulped. Bob is still like stringily wound around the drill bits, and this guy's just, you know, like he was forming a love affair with Bob. They were just starting to get to know each other.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, please, don't put a personal relationship issue into it. It's just
It just
so
got
sad.
personal.
Oh no.
So he's going to roll 4 dice looking for target numbers of 5.
Oh, I'm feeling really bad about Bob now.
There's no successes.
You didn't roll a single success there, my friend.
I'm rolling low.
Yeah, okay.
So it looks like Roger is not offending.
Roger.
Not getting back. It's Roger and Bob.
Roger and Bob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to roll anything?
I don't
There's
have
no
to, 'cause
point.
you didn't hit me, yeah.
That was terrible.
Oh no, I can fight back.
Can you?
Yeah, I can.
You don't want to though,
Yeah.
do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
absolutely.
you don't.
So 3 dice, and I get a +1 for my size, so that's 4 dice. Here we go. Sorry, I'm big and nasty.
This is Peter's game.
And I get to re-roll 1. Yeah, this is going to hurt,
You're going to
mate.
pulp me, aren't you?
Yep, that's 4 successes.
So you just did 4 damage to my guy
well, in a
with
way,
no armor.
Yeah.
He's joined Bob.
yeah, Robert has sacrificed himself.
Roger and Bob are entwined
So much. Oh,
in the gear chain.
oh no! Oh, that's horrible. Oh, it was a doomed affair.
We're together now on the side of the board.
Oh, that's just horrible. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a really disappointing turn. I'm
Yeah.
almost wishing that my leader had fired into the back of this
That
monstrosity.
might have been more effective. Yeah.
I probably should have just fled, actually.
We should also point out that you get victory points for killing models. So I've killed 2 of his rangers, which is 4 victory points, and he's killed 3 of my guys, who are only worth 1 each. So he's got 3 victory points. Well, we're just zipping through the activations here. It plays nice and fast. And he's taken a pot shot with his veteran marine dude at one of my guys who's since moved and missed. And my guys are sort of kind of scuttling over towards the centre of the board. And yeah, there's a bit of movement and firing going on, but no appreciable damage. at this
Not
point.
a lot of luck on my point with my dice rolling,
Yeah,
which is
great.
working to Peter's plan. And because he's got a horde army, I'm almost out of my activations. There's not a lot for me to actually do right now.
You've got another dude over there with a grenade
I've got another
launcher.
dude, and it's funny because your guys have all been repositioning. Now they're 1, 2, 3,
No.
4, 5.
Oh no!
They're within range of this guy's indirect grenade launcher.
They are.
So he's going to take a pot shot at these guys.
What have I done?
Scuttled closer.
I scummed too closely.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. So basically, you're just pointing your grenade launcher right up into the air.
And this is for Bob and Roger.
Yes, okay. But they didn't even know what's going on. All they heard was this distant sound of. No!
And
It
I can
fails.
re-roll one.
Oh, curses.
No.
So that just. Oh, but that scatters because you missed. So
Okay.
starting from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
8 lands
Oh
there.
man.
Gee, that was close. You could have got those guys.
I was hoping for a scatter if nothing else,
Yeah.
but
no, it goes.
that was disappointing.
Now that he's fired both of his grenade launchers, of course, my pack leader of the Veer-Myn can go, hello, 1, 2, 3, and sprint up to here. So, one more sprint action. I can get in there and start slashing with my razor claws, which would be fun. But yeah, he was just waiting for you to blow off your grenade launchers so I don't have to go down the teeth of too much of that. And also, if I can get within 2, if I can get here, you can't use your grenade launchers because you've got to be at least 2 cubes away
Yeah.
from the grenade launcher.
Oh,
Excellent.
it's all gone badly.
So, my final activation for this turn,
I'm hoping to take care of Drill Guy. My leader has dropped from up on the roof down to here.
She's not your leader, she's your living legend, Therese.
I think of her
Washington.
as my leader because
Yeah, this guy's actually your leader, but never mind.
I've projected myself onto her as
Okay.
my power fantasy. So
Right.
she's the unofficial leader.
Yep.
She's going to take a shot at him. She's got a clear shot, which should give her +2 dice. But because I'm shooting into a square with my guys, that's -2. It's just 3 dice.
3 dice straight up.
Yep. She can shoot with both of her weapons, so she's going to do 3 shots with one, 3 dice with the other.
Okay, let's do the first one.
All right. First one is going to be her Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. So that's 2, and I've got a re-roll. Yep.
3.
So that's 3 successes.
Oh, curses. Okay, I've got a 3 dice survive test. I need 5 plus. I get 2 successes, so that's 1. But I've got an armour of 1. So unless you've got any AP, armour piercing.
Do I have armor piercing?
No, you don't.
It's
There's a
not
dash
armor
where
piercing.
Armour piercing is. So I'm afraid I just shrug off that hit. It hits me and goes ping.
That's no good. Well, now she's pulling out her pistol. Let's see how that fares. 2 successes.
Gee, rolling well. No rerolls on that one.
No rerolls on that one.
I get 2 successes, so no.
So nothing. I'm going to spend my command dice, which gives me a free shoot action. So we're going to do that all over again.
It's a fusillade of fire.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear.
No, I get 1 reroll. That's 1 success. That's not going to count because you've got armor.
There you go.
All right, back to the pistol.
Hold on, you get to. Oh, of course you get to fire them both, don't you? Yeah.
All right. Yep. So it's 2 successes.
No!
Yes!
Oh,
1 damage.
1 damage. Ooh, gee.
Ooh.
Oh, that's just great. I'm in this.
She's just like
melee. It's going ping, 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 ping.
And he's just.
And then one of them gets through and does a point of
finally.
damage. Wow. That
was a lot of dice rolling just to hurt him.
I'm going to put this on my sheet here so I don't keep things busy, so things aren't too busy. Yeah, he's got a health of 3, so yeah, does a bit of damage, but very soon.
But at what cost?
Yeah.
And that's the GCPS done for this turn.
Oh, right, okay.
And you've still got a horde of ratties.
No, I've got 3 more to move, so I'll move those up. So that's round 1. Now, I haven't played this for a long time. Andy hasn't played it at all. We've played 1 round, and I think we've got the rules down pat, haven't we?
I think you've got the rules down pat. I'm
you're
not
fine.
much of a rules dude, but I think it goes to show how simple this game is that
Yeah.
I've got the basics now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You've got it. Now at the end, there's no complicated end phase. All we do is score victory points. I've got 1 for bringing my malignus dude up on the top here and grabbing that victory point, so I get another point.
These guys have rushed up and are now threatening my grenade launchers.
Yes.
I feel like I'm on the ropes now.
The only thing I have to do, or we both have to do, is remove our activation markers, and then we're into round 2. Okay, it's round 2. I have 5 victory points. Andy has 4 victory points. We've rolled our command dice. You've got 2 extra activations, special order, and 2 extra shoots. And I've played to my strengths. I've got an extra activation, 2 extra advances, and 2 extra assaults. So this is the great thing, and something I should point out, the first edition of Deadzone had a deck of cards each with special things on it. And this has been beautifully streamlined into this dice system, which is great. Because you get a reroll, if you've still got a decent number of troops on the board, you can kind of tailor this to the strengths of your army, which is really nice. But they're always useful because you can get a reroll from any of them. But as you can see, I've tailored that for moving and assaulting, and you've tailored yours for shooting.
It gives us an idea what the other person is going to do that turn.
Yeah,
I know that this is going to be Peter's movement and assault turn,
Yeah.
so I can react accordingly.
But the great thing is you're not keeping an eye on a hand of cards. It's just taking out that extra kind of level of thinking.
Yeah.
I really think that's a great decision in this version of the game. It was in version 2 as well, but it's even simpler. Things have been fine-tuned even more in version 3. So yeah, really good system that. The player who finished activating first gets to go first in the next round, so that was you, Andy. So that's a little advantage for the person who has less models, I guess.
Yeah. Now I just need to decide what to do, really.
Now the system may be straightforward, but there's still lots of interesting choices. So Andy's got first activation. He has to decide, is he going to lob a grenade at my pack leader and try and take him out before he charges them down the side of the building
I
here?
want to do that.
Or are you going to try and escape the guy with the twin combat drills and get out of there before you get turned into paste?
And the problem is I want to do that also. So I'm scared of both, but I think what I'm actually going to do, if this guy gets any closer, they're not going to be able to grenade anymore. So what I'm going to do, in fact, is activate with the first guy and just shoot a grenade directly at him with the grenade launcher. He got 1.
Done it. So it's frag 3. You roll 3 dice, and you need 4 plus for the frag.
Damage.
Yep.
Okay. 2.
That's 2.
2
Okay.
damage versus your monster.
I get to roll a survive test. I need 5 plus.
All right.
I think all of my survive tests are 5 plus. Oh, except for my nightmares, they're 4 plus. So 2 successes. I'm afraid that your grenade, the grenade isn't as effective as you think it should be, really.
It's not. So
well, it is in that it affects everything in the target cube.
Yeah, so if you had some mooks in there,
Yeah.
that would have been cool. But it's the only weapon I had.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use one of my command dice.
Oh, another shoot.
Another shoot. So I'm just going to repeat that.
Okay.
So
Again, looking for 5, so I only need 1 higher than 5. I get that.
You hit.
Now I roll again to see how many successes.
One
It's
success.
only 1.
Rolling low. This is great.
Yeah.
Ooh, yep, sorry.
Oh, so next I'm going to spend another command dice for another activation.
Okay, yep, that's fair enough.
So I'm activating this guy now.
He was
We're going to do exactly
It was
the
unlocking you
same.
about saying they, but you are
Man,
doing that.
I feel like I'm playing like a game of Aliens, the movie. Like,
You know, just the colonial marines and they're freaking out. Yeah, these guys are terrified.
like you need to put some brown wash on the pants of these guys. Yep.
That's a hit. And the frag.
2,
No,
3.
3 hits.
Okay,
4 plus.
finally.
That's more like it.
Finally.
Oh, I don't get anything.
3 damage,
And I
is
haven't got
it?
any reason. I can spend 1 dice to do a reroll. So
I think you're going to need
I'm
to
gonna
keep
spend
him
1
alive.
to do a reroll. Yes, so that's 2 hits.
2 hits.
So what did you do? 3.
I did 3.
So you do 2 hits, and I've got an armor of 1. So that
That's
does 1
1
point of
damage.
damage.
Whew.
Wow.
Oh, that was tight.
You know what? I'm going to spend another shoot dice on second guy.
No.
You know, like, I'm the kind of personality when I
Yep.
find something I like, I just hit it.
Yeah.
Again and again.
Yep, that's 1 success.
Gee, what a grenade's going thick and fast.
2 successes.
This is no good at all. 1 success, but that's...
you've got 1 armor?
I've got 1 armor, so no good.
I'm so scared.
Unless it's got armor piercing, which probably doesn't as a grenade.
No. Oh,
No.
but he's on fire.
No, grenades
No?
don't do
Grenades
fire.
aren't fire?
You haven't got it burns, do you?
No.
No,
just
sorry,
just
mate.
in imagination.
No.
Okay. Alright, this is okay.
Good try. Okay, it's my activation. Now, as much as I want to rush forward and make mincemeat of you with my claws, I do have a guy with drills over here who's got some things to do. So I'm going to attack. That's an assault action, which is a long action.
I
Yep.
don't feel happy about this. I don't like playing the humans.
Don't you?
I'm just terrified
You want
constantly.
sneaky bad guys.
Yeah.
Now, I should point out that you did... Oh, no, you did that. They're usually a short action is a half action, but because you used a grenade launcher, it's a long action,
Yes.
so you couldn't do anything else there. So, this is a long action. So, I'm going to attack the wounded guy first and just get rid of him.
So cruel.
So, that means I get a +1 for being larger, and I get a +1 because you're injured. Opposing model is injured. So, I've got 4 dice.
You got 4 dice, and I've got 3 dice to make a survive roll, or I could try and attack back.
You could.
I feel like he's kind of in trouble anyway. I think I'm going to attack back in the hope I can whittle you.
Okay.
And it seems dramatic. He's on fire still.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he's on fire while you're trying to drill him.
Oh, gee.
This is
Wow.
chapter
Okay.
2, unfinished business.
I've got to do it on a 4+, and I can re-roll 1 dice. Here we go. That is pretty good. Oh, see, high numbers. No, so that's 3 hits.
3 hits, and I'm looking for better than that.
You did 1, I did 2, so I do 1 hit point to you, but you have armor, don't you?
I do.
Do I have armor piercing? Yes, I do have armor piercing, so that cancels it out. So I do 1 point of damage. He's already got 1, so he's... While he's on fire, he's drilled as well. Oh dear.
I'm kind of like horrified, but also really pleased at how much you're enjoying the drilling.
Oh, really?
Like,
The drilling's
I
great.
love seeing this side of you, Peter. It's so animated.
Every game we've played so far, I've done really badly, so it's really nice.
You just need to choose your systems better.
So that kills another guy, which gives me another 2 victory points.
And it's first to 16, eh? And
It's
you're
first to
up to what,
16.
7 or something now?
I'm up to, well, it depends if I keep that objective at the end.
Oh,
So that's that. Now I'm going to spend an assault die and do another assault.
oh boy! So you're attacking the non-injured guy now.
This guy, now he's not injured, so in this
Yep.
case, I only get an extra 1 for being larger. So it's 4 dice. And you're going
I'm-
to fight or survive.
I think this guy wants to survive. He's seen enough bloodshed for one day.
Oh, that's horrible.
I just want to live.
4 plus. That is only 1. I get
Only 1
reroll.
success.
Yep.
All
2
right,
successes.
2 successes. I've got my 3 dice. That's 1
One
success.
success. So that does 1 point of damage to you because your
Yep.
armor is cancelled out.
But I survived.
So that's very frustrating and unexpected. Andy shot his flamethrower guy at my leader. And there are no modifiers on the flamethrower shot. He rolled 3 dice, got 2 successes. I rolled my survive test and didn't get any successes. And then I re-rolled one with a command dice and still didn't get a success. So he does 2 damage. I've got 1 armor, so that's an extra damage. He is dead. And an extra 2 victory points for you. It's also taken away his tactician skill, so I'll only get to roll 4 command dice instead of 5.
Hopefully this shifts the balance of power after my initial slaughter at the hands of the drill guy.
I think it really does.
Yep, let's find out.
Okay, so it's Andy's activation, and he's going to try and get this guy out of combat with my combat drill dude. So he's got his jetpack and he's going up here.
Desperately trying to get off the
as
blood
he takes
path.
off with his jetpack, I try and swipe at him with my combat drill because you get a free attack at someone trying to leave. You're injured and I'm bigger, so I get 5 dice all up. And I need 4 plus.
Come on, low numbers.
Oh, what? 2 hits.
2 hits. And so I'm rolling 3 dice.
Hold on, I'm going to spend... hold
Oh.
on, we roll this simultaneously. So I can
Why don't you see what I rolled before you?
Let's see what you do.
Alright, so I need high dice. 2 successes.
So if I get 1 success... I do have armor piercing. With 1 success, I could kill you. So yes,
I've got 1 armor, so that balances
Yeah, I've
out.
got 1 AP.
So you're 2 success, I'm 2 success.
Yep.
You're
If I
going to
get one
take
more
a chance.
Success, you're dead. Here we go. 4 plus. Come on. Yes!
Drink it in, viewers.
I should drag you back down again.
I'm picturing like you take a swing and a shower of blood. A shower of blood just rains down on
Oh,
you.
what fun. That's
Oh
another 2 victory points too.
no! Oh, that was spectacular. I was so hoping to get away with it.
Yep, that means that drill guy's wiped out 4 rangers. Wow, nasty.
Yep, not entirely happy with that, but
Yeah.
that happens. Okay, so that's the end of his activation.
Yep.
I'm going to play one of my command dice now, though,
Yes, to do another
to
activation.
do another activation.
Okay.
Now that he is in an empty square all to himself,
Yes.
I'm going to get my living legend character
Ah.
to do her pot shots in the back.
Fair enough too.
So that's
Oh,
4
jeez.
hits.
That's a good roll.
And she's shooting with her peacemaker.
Okay, I've got to survive.
I can re-roll 1. No.
Right. See, this is what you should have been doing all along, is staying back and taking pot shots.
You just closed the distance so fast.
Only 1 save. How many shots did you get? 4?
I got 4.
So that's 3 hits. Have you got any armor piercing?
No.
You don't. So I've got an armor of that, so that's 2 hits. So that does 2 damage. He's got a damage of a health of 3. He's already got 1 point. You've just taken him out with 1 shot.
So both your big guys have charged up the board really fast. They've both paid the price for their hubris.
Well, I did take out 4 rangers.
She did none of that.
So good point for the grunts, for the GCPS. Stay back and fire. Don't try to get in close combat with this guy because he's nasty.
He will drill you.
That gives you another 2 victory points too, that sucks. Okay, so we're just checking on the gas cloud, which is affecting the middle part of the board here, these 4 squares. And apparently we were under the impression that if you walked into the gas cloud, you got 2 hit points of damage, but you don't. It's only if you get wounded while in the gas cloud that you get an additional 2 health points of damage. So Andy has taken the risk and jump packed up there onto the 2 thing. It is risky, however, because I've got Malignus just waiting right here. So hopefully, if I can fire at him now in my activation and wound him, he'll be stuffed. Because if I just get 1 point of damage, it's going to do an extra 2, which would be fun. So let's do that. I could use a what's the range? 2.
Yep.
It's
Yep,
I could
that's
use
2.
a chem thrower, or I could use a heavy ray gun. I think I'm going to use the heavy ray gun because it's got an AP of 1, and I can re-roll because it's got weight of fire, so I can re-roll 1 dice. So, any other modifiers? I don't. Yes, it's a clear shot. So
I
get
should
+2
have
dice.
positioned myself next to the barrier.
You really? Yeah.
It's this whole cube thing. It's throwing me off.
It's the cube thing. The excellent cube thing. So that's that. I can re-roll a dice. I need 6 or above. Unfortunately, I'm not good shooters. The vermin are not good at their firing. They need 6 plus, which is a bit rough. Let's go. Oh, that's pretty good. And re-roll. Come on,
plenty.
give me another one. No, that is 4 hits.
So there's no way I can actually save or survive this, I don't think. But I'm going to roll.
I don't think so.
I rolled 2 out of
2,
that. So 2.
I
I've
did
got
2
1
damage.
armor.
Yeah, but I've got 1 AP, so I just did 2 damage to you.
You did 2 damage to me.
Plus an extra 2 for the gas cloud.
Man, I feel like my rangers, who are the jetpack guys, they are like the red shirts of this game. They're just getting picked off one by
one. If you're going to go
one.
charging into a toxic gas cloud, you've got to take, you're taking a risk there. So that's an
It's
extra.
a man's life in the GCPS, they said.
That's an extra 2 victory points.
Travel to foreign alien lands in the GCPS, they said.
Die horribly in toxic gas clouds, they said.
I love this.
Right.
And it's like, you've got rats that have like, they really do have like a Mars Attacks vibe with their ray guns and
Yeah, they're
stuff.
ray
Like,
guns.
they're quite comical. Oh, this is not going well for the beleaguered humans.
Well, at the end of round 2, and a lot happened in that round, you took out 2 of my major guys, one of my nightmares and my leader.
Yeah. But at what human cost?
At what human cost? This Malignus is in a very commanding position up here. I brought in my other nightmare onto that 2 victory point token that's sitting under him there, because the toxic cloud is going to now dissipate. It dissipates at the end of round 2, so we don't have to worry about getting wounded in the middle there. So at the end of this turn, I get 3 victory points because I've got that one up there and this one, so that's another 3. Do you have any
Clocking up
others?
the points. I only get 1.
So I've got 6, 14. I'm only 2 away from victory.
Yeah, and this could be the time, like you only need to kill 1 more of my rangers.
How many have you got?
How many of my guys have I got?
No, how many victory points?
I've got 7, 8, 9.
Oh, okay.
So
This is a fast-playing game.
It
We're up
is.
to turn 3.
yeah,
Can go up to 5, but it's definitely going to be over in this turn. So
it's got that
yeah.
like Warhammer Underworld speed to
Yeah.
it. Like that real short form game.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think this is just. I love this sort of fast-playing game, and I was just thinking, we'll do our final thoughts
Final
after the game.
thoughts.
Let's get on with the game. Round 3. Let's roll those command dice. We've both taken a re-roll. I've ended up with 2 shoot actions, an assault, and an extra dice. And what have you got?
I've got 2 additional activations, 2 additional free movements, and 1 assault dice.
Whoops, slight mistake. I've got an extra victory point from this objective as well, so I'm only 1 off victory. Isn't this modular terrain great? I remember when I opened the first Deadzone set and I saw this terrain, I thought, it's very blocky, but actually it's great terrain. It's got that lovely industrial kind of template feel. We've used it for the Drowned Earth as well, and I've used it for other games. It's very, very useful in lots of sci-fi type games. And I'm really looking forward to painting up the rest of the terrain that came in this 3rd edition set, so I can have an even more crowded board.
Okay, I've got what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 1 activation token on my Corporation Marine Lieutenant, who's been skulking here.
What's this? Sorry, Lieutenant. What's this?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, thank you very
He's
much.
a tenant of the Loo.
Lieutenant. is the
Lieutenant.
word.
Oh, so British.
No, British, Australian, and New Zealand. That's what we say. Lieutenant.
You know,
Americans say lieutenant.
we're 2 decades into the 21st century. I don't know where I stand on linguistic hegemony.
No.
You know, like
No,
language is a weird thing.
I'm sorry, Andy. I'm shaming you for that. Absolutely shaming
Okay,
you. It's
so-
lieutenant.
So it's the English lieutenant against the rat creature lieutenants.
In any case, my leader, he's going to activate. He is just going to move 1 space to here.
I can just see all the Americans saying right now, but it's spelt lieutenant.
We don't pronounce it like the French though, do we? Okay, actually, you know what? He's going to move up here instead. He's going to use an ability that he has. It's a special ability, so I presume that's another short action called Stand Together. Up to 3 unactivated models in your team may each make a 1 cube move closer to this model. So
Stand together.
So this guy is moving to here, and these 2 guys moving to here.
Wow.
Ability.
Come on, guys! Over the top.
Yep. I want to stand up here, but I'm terrified of him There's another ability he has, but I think I need to have a special token for it, and I don't think I have that. So
I can give you that token if you wish it.
the special token?
Oh, sorry, special.
Comlink. It
no.
may use a special action
That means
to
you need
place a
special
marker.
dice
Okay, so I need one of the splat symbols.
Yeah.
Looks like I can't do that, which is a shame. But that's okay. So that's his turn done, but I'm going to activate
again.
another person.
Okay.
I'm going to activate Flamethrower guy. He's actually standing here. He's going to Flamethrower him. So that's 3 unmodified dice on my part.
Yep.
Trying to compare the hits to your survive.
Ooh.
Yep, 3 hits.
Ouch. I'll need some dice here. Let me see. Survive. I've got to survive on a 4 plus. 1 survived. That's not good. I better re-roll one of these. Okay. No, 1 survived. So that does 2 damage. I've got has it got any AP?
No, it is
I've got an armor
just
of 1.
It's just a flame.
Okay, that does 1 damage.
Yep, and it burns, and your guy takes a flame token
Oh no!
for his troubles.
He's on fire. Not a good thing to be on fire when you're carrying a heavy chem thrower, I imagine.
You would have thought.
Yeah.
Let's find out what happens.
So the fun thing is he just blasted me with a flamethrower. I'm going to blast back with my flamethrower, but I'm actually going to blast past him and try and get the grenade launcher dudes here because I can see him poking around the corner there. Because he is more of a threat, and also there's 2 of them in the same space, and I want to get them both.
So yours is like a grenade launcher, is that right?
No, it's a chem thrower, but it's just got it burns.
Okay.
So same thing. So hasn't got any modifiers. 3 dice, range test with no modifiers. You have to do a survival test for both of your guys.
Great.
And it's got an AP of 1. Unfortunately, I need 6 plus to hit, which is a bit sucky.
High risk, high reward. And he do it. And bearing in mind, Peter only needs to kill 1 more human to have taken the game away.
That's true, but we have to get to the end of the round, unless if you get a heap of victory points in 1 round.
I don't know how, but I'm going for it.
There it is! That's a hit. So 2 hits, in fact. Okay, you've got a 3 dice survive test.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
And my survive on my grenade launches is a 5. So, lots of fun.
Hold on, for one of them, you've got to do for each.
Yep, I'm doing for 1. So,
That's 2.
that's a 2.
Yep, 1 survives.
Alright, and for the next guy, not so good. Only 1 save.
Okay, that means whatever the result, all models are set on fire. So one of them, what did the second one get? 1 save.
1 save.
Okay, so he gets 1 point of damage.
That was the second one, and they both are on fire.
Yeah. Ouch.
I'm on fire. Oh, which means that they can't do a long action now, because next time I activate them, I have to spend an action to pat myself down. So they can't do their indirect grenade launching anymore.
Yeah, that's really effective, isn't it? Because you've got to do a short special action to try and put out the fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you've just neutered my 2 grenade launchers who are patting each other down vigorously behind the cover.
Andy is now on plan D. He's been contemplating his move for a long time.
Like, no, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that.
I've got a great tip for new players. If you're worried by grenade launchers, set them on fire. It absolutely stuffs up their options because they've only got a grenade launcher and that can fire as a long action. So that's definitely a good thing to do.
I fell victim to one of the greatest blunders. Okay, I'm going back to plan B.
All right.
Plan B is I'm activating her.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend 1 of my tokens for a free movement. So she's going to go down to here.
Yep.
She's going to use a short skill of 1 to get to this corner here. And so that's how...
was that whole move was an advance?
Yeah, so that was just an advance. So she got a free move from the token, from the dice. Now she moves 1 advance here. Now she's still got 1 short action left.
Yep.
She's going to shoot that guy.
Just around the corner.
Yep.
Gee.
Peeking around the corner, she's going to use her Peacemaker. So I get to re-roll 1 dice.
All right. I'm assuming you're just going to place that a little bit out further so you can just see my guy a bit more. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, give you that.
Yep.
There she is, taking a shot at my maleficus. Now, I am still in cover because my bottom half is covered by the thing I'm standing on.
Yep, we can go that way.
You don't get that +2.
Alright, we can go it that way. I just want to shoot someone.
Reality.
Well,
That's
reality. The reason I'm so excited is that her Peacemaker has the knockback ability.
Ah, I see.
So if she does hit him,
Alright,
he's
okay.
going to go flying off the building and splash on the ground.
So you get 3 dice, no modifiers.
Come on.
That's really terrible.
Oh, you're rolling low.
Alright, so I'm going to burn one of these to
Yep.
re-roll that one.
1 hit. Okay, so it's very important I don't...
I'm feeling the feelings so hard right now.
You're feeling the
I'm
feelings.
feeling them so strong. Which, by the way, is the mark of a good game, when it elicits an emotional response.
Absolutely.
So, Deadzone's all good.
Yep, absolutely.
Come on, roll badly,
So I've
Peter.
got survival test. I'm going to put in an extra dice with my command here, just to be safe.
You're so cruel when you're winning.
Just in case. I'm surprised you even know. I mean, this is probably the first time I think I ever have.
I know, it's rewriting our relationship.
I'm not going to make any judgments though, because I could still lose. So it's Malignus, and his survivor's 5+. Come on.
Come on, no fives.
There's an 8
6,
and a 6.
8.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
He's still up there on
That's
his
okay.
position of strength, looking down, going,
Here's your position of strength.
It's Therese Washington. Yeah. A living legend, they said. Yeah.
She's not going to be living for long.
I'm going to make her a dead legend.
These poor humans, they're just like they can't catch a break. Which is kind of delightful, really.
Okay, I was about to fire back with Malignus and I was all excited about it, and then I realised he'd already been activated. So instead, I'm going to take out this stalker here, and he is going to move here and then dive through that window and go, ha!
Look who's stalking now, baby.
Look who's stalking now. He's a size 1 model, so he can move through a little window. So Therese takes that shot, and then she's just shocked when suddenly this rat man just goes Rah! Out through the window and lands on. She's going, get off me! The hair! Get off my hair!
Who knew that you're secretly such a rat person, Peter?
I really am. I really like the Veer-Myn.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah. They have this big model, which is like a sort of rat wheel vehicle. It's really cool. I want one of those. 4 dice. 4+. That would
Yeah, some big rolling,
3
Peter.
hits. That's pretty good.
Alright, come on, Tree's a living legend.
Ooh.
Hey, 3 successes.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Living legend.
I'm going to spend this assault and do another one.
Fine, you spend that assault.
Now, I presume with this one I don't get my extra dice because I haven't moved in this. Well, it says moved into the cube this action. No, this is an extra action. So we'll just go with 3 dice. 1 hit.
Now
Not
I get
so
to keep
good.
my 3 successes, yeah?
No, you're all again. Good try. Good try.
2 successes.
He pulls off the rat and throws it down, stamps on it. So that was to survive. That wasn't a fight back, wasn't it?
No, that was fine.
Oh,
I
you
got
were
an
fighting.
energy gauntlet and everything. It's like
Oh,
crackling
hold on.
with
Sorry, you
elec-
didn't make that clear. Was the first
I
one to
did.
fight back as well?
Oh yeah, this late in the game, I want the VPs.
And then you just got another point of damage. So you killed me.
Did I?
Yeah, he's dead. That's all right.
There was an anticlimax for the rat, but you know what? That was a good cinematic.
Yeah, it was. That's okay. You get another 1 victory point for that. Okay, my surprise attack through the window was a complete failure, but it was fun.
It was thematically on point.
Well, Andy has brought a veteran Marine up to the rooftops, and he's taking a shot at my Malignus, trying to take him out. So, go for it with a laser carbine.
Laser carbine. I've got a massive fistful of dice. 5 dice living for 5 and ups. Oh, 2. Oh, I get to re-roll 1 because it's rapid fire.
Oh, 3 hits.
Oh wait,
curses.
you know what we haven't been doing? We haven't been doing
Exploding 8s.
Oh my god! You're
We
right!
haven't been exploding our 8s.
Oh, we totally forgot. Oh,
And
that's
there's
terrible.
been some real 8s.
I can just see Deadzone players have been watching this for the last 40 minutes and going, why aren't they
Don't
exploding
cough.
the 8s?
Yeah, man.
Ah,
And this game would have been a lot more deadly already.
yeah. Oh, that's
So
really stupid of us.
So I get
So I feel really
to roll
really dumb.
2 more dice, essentially.
Yeah.
Neither of which succeeds, but moral victory.
Okay.
So you've got to make a save.
Okay, so I'm going to make a survive test of 5 or above. 3 dice. Oh no, this sucks. What'd you do? 3.
3 damage.
This is not good. Have you got any AP on that?
No, I don't.
Okay, I've got an armour. I've got no armour, so that's going to do 3. I've got a health of 2, so even if I re-roll 1, it's not going to help. Curses. Actually, this is getting a little bit scary because I've got to get 1 more victory point or I'm not going to win this game.
And was he worth 1 or 2 victory points?
He was worth 1, thank goodness.
All right.
But that's all very well. If I don't get 1 victory point, we'll be going on to the next round. Well, I've sneaked another stalker through and he's gone from here up under there and through the window and taken another victory point spot there.
Sneaky.
Now, because Andy has only got these 2 guys who are on fire,
I can't do much.
options are not looking good.
Yeah, honestly, there's not a lot I can do with
Because
them.
at the moment I'm looking at getting 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points. So this guy is a
That's my living legend.
I'm just trying to work out who he is. Oh, he is a crawler. So he's got a 6+ ranged attack. 6+. That is
You get some.
2 hits.
Awesome. And I only got 1 save, so you do 1 hit.
Yep.
And
You got armor though.
yeah, I got 1 armor.
Okay. Well, Andy's 2 guys put the fire out, which is nice of them, and they both survived and moved off into those positions. But that's the end of the activation. I've got a couple of guys left, but there's no reason for me to activate them because I've got the extra victory points and I've reached 16. So that's it.
That was a really surprisingly fast game and well played by Peter.
Thank you. I think that's the first one I've won on film with you.
Can't even let you be.
No, Andy's a very good miniatures game player, and he's especially in games where you have to roll low for some reason. This one you have to roll high, and I win. So how weird is that? But we did actually. It was only 3 rounds, but because we were filming and learning the rules and everything, it took a bit longer. But in general, I think this is a super fast game system, and it plays very easily, and it's fun. It's cinematic. I think it's fantastic. In fact, I would say that if I was introducing somebody to miniatures tabletop games and I didn't want to overload them with stuff, I'd say this is the first perfect kind of game to play to get them into
It's
it.
pretty up there. Like, rules-wise, it's pretty simple. Like, I struggle to learn rules, like, period.
This is my first game, and towards the end of the 3rd round only, it was flowing pretty naturally.
Yeah.
So it's not beginner friendly in terms of the miniatures and what you get opening the box, but in terms of it just being a grid system and all of the cubes, it's really simple.
That's the only funny thing, isn't it? I mean, Mantic, all of their figures work for all of their games, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, that's great. But I feel that in this set, because they just put in the miniatures from their other games, you know, they put in sprues of the GCPS and the Veer-Myn, that it is kind of daunting when you open it up and you have to build all those miniatures.
It's fiddly by today's standards.
Well, it's fiddly, yeah. I don't know if it's fiddly by today's standards and that a lot of games do the same thing, but I do feel like there's a bit of an opportunity lost in that because the rules are fast playing and fun, if they did put in miniatures that didn't need to be constructed, that a lot of people would just sort of dive into it and enjoy it.
It's almost board game adjacent.
Yeah,
I could see this being a board game thing. You've got the terrain, you've got the mat, you've got the tokens. If you just had a dozen miniatures each that were 1-piece plastic so that you could get out and play straight away, this would be like the perfect gateway game, I think.
Yeah. But there is the complexity for people who want to get more heavily into it because you can use all the figures from the range. And the great thing is that you get this force lists book with it. So all of the miniatures from the Mantic range are there ready to play. You don't have to buy extra books or anything like that. All the information you need to play with any Mantic miniature is in the force list book, which is fantastic.
It's a bit better than codexes.
Yeah, I think Deadzone's an absolute winner. This is the 3rd edition now, so it's been around for a while. I think all the changes they've made to simplify it have been fantastic. And yeah, I absolutely love it.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much for an excellent game.
That's quite all right.
Any closing thoughts?
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. This is the Esoteric Order of Gamers. As I said before, I have a rules summary and reference sheet. It's got all the special abilities on it as well. So this is all you need to play the game. You don't have to look at the rulebook ever again. So if you go to orderofgamers.com, you can download that, print it out, laminate it like I do, and they're just great. Stick them in your board game box, and you'll find the game a lot easier to play. And what a beautiful looking game. I'm really looking forward to painting up the rest of the terrain and adding even more buildings to my Deadzone boards, and also getting some more Mantic figures and trying out some of the other factions. I've got the Enforcers from the earlier ones, and I've got the Plague as well from the original edition, so I want to get those on the table as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've done hundreds of videos, and don't just look at the new stuff. There's a lot of fantastic old stuff as well. If you go to the website, you can search it all really easily. And hit the subscribe button and the all notifications bell so you get notifications of upcoming videos. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. And I'm on Patreon as well if you want to support me. Thanks for watching. Good gaming, everybody. Bye for now.